This is a continuation of our notes. This is page 45. We're continuing on with EE3. The first thing I want to do is I want to write the directions, and I also want to write some helpful tips. So you always need to collect your like terms. Your like terms, what we refer to as apples and oranges. You always collect those in order to simplify. I'm going to put apples and oranges to the side. Always remember that the sign will go with the term behind it. So sign goes with the term, or maybe it's a number, term or number that is behind it. What do I mean by that? If it's a plus 4, then you would circle the plus. It tells you what to do with the 4. If it's a plus m, it tells you to add the m. The sign could be plus or it could be minus, but those are the signs you like to circle with whatever's behind it. The last thing I want to remind you is that remember you need to solve PEMDAS in this particular order. When you're doing orders of operations, you just always solve in that order. So I want to give some more example problems of things you're going to see on your homework. The directions are going to say simplify, and then they're going to give you some terms that you need to know how to combine. So here's an example of something you may have to simplify. 9x minus 3x plus 2x. So when you're looking at this, I would say that this has only apples. There are no apples or oranges here because these all have x's with them. I see subtraction, I see addition, so you would need to work this problem left to right. So the first thing you would do is you're going to subtract the 3x, and you're going to subtract it from the 9x. Remember, the sign goes with the term behind it that tells you what to do with the 3x. You're going to subtract it. So 9x minus 3x, when I take those apart, you're just getting 6, and then the x stays the same. You just subtract the numbers. And then you just need to bring down, and you need to add your 2x together. 6x plus 2x equals 8x. Another example I would like to try looks like this. X plus 6x plus 2x, and give you a chance to solve that. If you look at it, there's an x with this term, there's an x with this term, and an x with that term. So those would all be considered apples. So you could actually combine them all together. You have, this is 1x, and if you work left to right, you're going to be adding that with the 6x. So 1x plus 6x is 7x plus 2 more x's, so you would have 9x if you combine those terms together. The last one I'm going to give you is a little more tricky. So I want you to do 5x minus 2. So just looking at this one has an x, and this is just a number, so I already have apples and oranges. And then I want you to add 3x plus 6y minus 3y. So we talked about having apples and oranges. If you continue on, you see you have another x, so that's back to your apples. So then now we have a y all of a sudden. So you've got apples, oranges, so maybe your y's are considered your bananas. So you've got your x's, you have your numbers, and then you have your y's. So you're just going to combine those things together. Remember to circle the sign with the thing behind it. So 5x, it could be combined with a 3x. So you're going to circle the sign with that term. 5x and 3x gives us 8x when we combine those together. The minus 2 is the only thing that's a number. If it's our orange, there's no other oranges to combine it with. So you could just bring it down to minus 2, bring it right down there. And then the last thing that you have to combine here is your, I guess we call those apples, oranges, bananas. You have a plus 6y and a minus 3. So the 6y and the minus 3y gives you 3y, and then this plus hasn't been used yet, so you would bring it right down here. 8x, there's your apple, minus your 2, there's your orange, plus your 3y, and those would be like your bananas. So if you wanted to write it out to the side that your apples, that's what we used for x. Your oranges we used for just your numbers, and then we called them bananas. And that was your y's. So you can combine the three terms, and that's it. You can't combine these any further because these are all separate terms. You can't combine them. So with that, your homework is a worksheet. It says practice 7.3, I believe is what it says at the top. Let me look at the packet, make sure I have the right assignment here to go along with these. Yep, 7.3, I want you to do numbers 1 through 18, and I would like you to try number 19 and number 20. So that's your homework. And that looks like this page in the packet, practice 7.3, simplifying, stating the coefficients, simplifying, combining your like terms, state whether they're equivalent, simplify, and then I'd like you to try 19 and 20.